What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color. On today's episode, we are taking a deep dive into Bambulab's PLA Basic in yellow. One of the things I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to Bambulab's filament refills is the fact that they put the sticker right on the seal. So, be much easier to get open without that and putting the sticker, say, on anywhere else. Anyway, so like I said, this is the refill. So you're going to need a spool. Luckily, I have a bunch of these from previous projects that I have done. So we're going to go ahead and get this open here. They have these nice little tabs here, but they are super easy to get open, which is great to see. So we're going to go ahead and get this out. And one of the key things with all this, as you can, is you line these little notches with the notch that's on the inside. That way you have it flush and it doesn't come undone in the spool. So sometimes that does, happen if you don't properly align everything, which is great to see. So we're going to go ahead and get this pushed in and, aligned and clipped in. So as well as put on this little sticker here that helps identify it. It's not really necessary, but if you want to make sure that you know what you're doing with those printers without having to rely on the RFID, it's good to have. As I noted, that there is an RFID chip. Basically, if you have a Bambulab printer along with AMS, it can read what filament you have. It'll store it in your filament library, as well as basically have those settings. Anyway, this is, as you know, here at Legal Automations, we always dry our filament for at least 6 hours, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And here's the bench sheet. So if you're new here, we always start out by printing a bench sheet in generic filament settings in Bamboo Studio, in this case, generic PLA. So we're going to go ahead and get that sliced up. Should take a little over 45 minutes, and we'll send that to the printer. And here it is. So as you can see, it does have a little bit of stringing, but overall, nothing too super major as far as I can tell. Next up, we have the dimensional cube. This is printed 40 by 40 by 40 millimeters cubed in spiral boss mode. No real loss of quality or any other issues as far as I can tell on that one. Next up, the temperature tower. And the temp tower for this one, the best one I would say is probably 195. That one had the least amount of globbing or stringing on the spike. Next up, we have the retraction test. Retraction test performed very well without any sort of loss of quality or any other major issues with that. Next up, we had the max volumetric speed test. And this one performed absolutely wonderfully at 20 millimeters per second cubed, again, without any sort of loss of quality or, layer lines. Next up, we had the overhang test. So the overhang test did fail. It failed relatively late, around like 50, 60, something like that. Just something to be aware of as you're looking at working with this filament. Anyway, we got those things dialed in and we reprinted that bench sheet. Some still, a little bit of stringing still left. Probably could have dried it for a little bit longer than I would typically. Over at the Bamboo Studio or Bamboo store, you can pick this up for less than $11 at time of filming, provided you buy in bulk and buy the refill. So my overall thoughts for this one is that this one's pretty good. I like it. Probably need to dry it a little bit longer, so just be aware of that. Anyway, if you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Higgins with Legal Automations. This has been Bambulab's PLA Basic in yellow. Be kind to each other, print all the stuff, and hope to see you back here for the next full review. Thanks.